March Madness is officially here for 2026, and for the third year in a row, I'm going to be asking AI to help me fill out my bracket. And in this video, I'm going to be using Claude Code for this. I'm going to show you exactly how I'm using AI to help me fill out my bracket. And I'm also going to be testing 5 different AI models between OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, XAI, and DeepSeek, and I'm going to compare my results when the tournament is all said and done. So be sure to stick around for this full video. And if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. My name is Ryan. I appreciate you being here. And if you want to know my favorite AI tools, automation templates, even some of my Claude Code skills, be sure to get my free AI Marketing Essentials Guide. You can find the link for this in the video description or pinned comment below. So last year when I made this video, I was using ChatGPT to help fill out my bracket, and I was using the O1 model. That was OpenAI's most advanced model at the time. Fast forward a year from now, we're in March of 2026, and it's honestly insane how much these AI models have progressed in only 1 year. And so as I look at the LLM Arena leaderboard, and I'll leave this link and everything else in the video description below, I'm going to be looking at the top or smartest AI models that I can find from those top 5 companies of Anthropic, Google, OpenAI, XAI, and DeepSeek, and then kind of compare my results as the tournament goes on here. And so in order to do this, like I mentioned, I'm going to be using Claude Code. That way I can stay within one interface versus bouncing back and forth between different tabs. And I'm also going to be using OpenRouter. I'm going to be using the API from OpenRouter so I can call each individual model here. And if I pull up Claude Code, what I'm actually going to do is create a markdown file for each model, right? So you'll see I have an Anthropic March Madness bracket, and I'm having it create a separate markdown file going through each pick all the way up until it's national champion. And then I'm going to look at this markdown file and then fill out my actual bracket on NCAA.com and then go through it at the end, compare results, see what models picked teams, which ones picked other teams, and then just compare and contrast the different results here. But that is kind of my process. And in order to do this, I'm not going to be using some long, sophisticated prompt. What I actually put together to help with this is a March Madness Predictor Skill. And I will leave that. You can get it for free in the video description below, where it just looks at all sorts of factors when it comes to picking these games, right? It's not just statistics, like it's Chem-Pomp efficiency ratings, current form and momentum, injuries, player availability, offensive versus defensive, coaching experience in March, right? Travel, game locations, NBA draft prospects, historical seed performance, right? There are so many different factors that go into an NCAA March Madness tournament game. And so I want to make sure that I can have as many of these factors and variables covered as possible. Now, is this going to be perfect? No, it is not, but I'm going to use this same skill file and just see how the different AI models use this skill file and come up with its results. So starting with Claude Opus 4.6, you'll see I did give it a couple sentences of a prompt here to initiate this, as I wanted to make sure that it called the correct March Madness Predictor Skill, and then I gave it the live URL of the NCAA March Madness bracket right now so it could scrape that so it knows exactly what games it's looking at. And so it took, a minute or two to come up with this, and it has right here just a quick summary. Final four, it has Arizona as the champion, tiebreaker, top upsets, but then, like I instructed it, it created a full markdown file titled Anthropic March Madness Bracket, where it goes through every single game and then gives its pick right here, and then provides a 1-sentence description of why it chose that pick. And so if we scroll all the way down, you'll see here it goes into a summary, top upset picks, goes into the champion, the final four, overall approach, and you can go through this as much as you want. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to take all of these picks and I'm going to input these on a bracket. So I'm going to skip ahead and wait till I'm done with that part. And you'll see here that Claude Opus 4.6 picked Arizona to beat Duke in the national championship 67-62. And one thing that I noticed with this, and I'm not surprised at all, is it's very chalky, right? Chalky meaning that it's going to pick the higher seeds typically because it's looking at a lot of data and not a lot of other external factors that could come into play here. Although last year we didn't see a lot of upsets. It was mostly a chalk bracket. You could argue that NIL killed the Cinderella, but that's neither here nor there. We'll see what happens this year. It did pick some upsets like an 11 seed over a 6 seed, a 12 seed like Akron over Texas Tech due to some injuries. So I like how it factored that into the equation. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the results from these other AI models like OpenAI, like Google Gemini, like DeepSeek, and XAI. And then I'm going to come back when all of those results are done. And we're just going to quickly look over who they picked to win it all in their brackets. All right, so all 5 of my brackets are complete, and there's a lot of similarities that I noticed between these different AI models. Like if you look at OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google Gemini, they all picked Arizona to win it all. XAI, using Grok's most advanced model, picked Michigan. DeepSeek's most advanced model right now actually picked Duke to win it all. And what was interesting, and this was pretty similar across the board, the further up you got in the tournament with the Elite 8 and the Final 4, almost every single AI model tend to pick 1 or 2 seeds, especially 1 seeds in the Final 4. But most of them, I think all of them actually picked Michigan State over UConn, that 3-over-2 matchup, and there weren't that many upsets. And speaking of upsets, when I asked Claude Code to compare all my brackets, you'll notice here, DeepSeek by far had the most upsets. Now you might say 10 versus 8, but the problem with these is that they're counting like a 3-over-2 as an upset or a 9-over-8 as an upset. Whereas DeepSeek actually picked every single 12-5 matchup as an upset. They picked Northern Iowa over St. John's, which, by the way, Northern Iowa is my alma mater, so let's hope that one pulls through. They picked High Point over Wisconsin, McNeese State over Vanderbilt, Texas over Gonzaga, VCU, etc. So DeepSeek was by far the most volatile here in terms of picking upsets. And then I would say OpenAI and Anthropic and Gemini, those 3 brackets were very similar. There were maybe 1 or 2 big upsets in each one of those, but very, very chalky for the most part. So I want to hear your guys' picks in the comments below. Let me know how you're using AI to help fill out your 2026 NCAA March Madness bracket. And if you've made it this far into the video, I really appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this type of video, and be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and most importantly, I hope you all have a great day.